Imagine growing up with a silver spoon where money is never an issue. This is the life of rich kids, but is it all glitz and glamour? Picture this: a life where private jets replace commercial flights, designer labels fill your closet, and every weekend is a high-end party. This is the perceived reality of rich kids. But do these material luxuries paint the complete picture? Or is there more to the story than meets the eye? We often assume that the children of the wealthy lead charmed lives, untouched by the struggles that plague the rest of us. But the reality is far from this. Beneath the surface of abundance, there's a world that's unseen and often misunderstood. Take Paris Hilton, for instance. She's a prime example of someone who was born into great wealth. Her life from the outside looked like a never-ending party filled with designer clothes, expensive cars, and luxurious vacations. But in reality, her life was not as perfect as it seemed. In her documentary, This is Paris, she opens up about struggles that were hidden beneath the glitz and glamour. She talks about the pressure to maintain a certain image, the lack of privacy, and her painful experience in a boarding school. The misconceptions about the lives of rich kids are abundant. There's a common belief that they don't have to work hard, that their future is secure, and they are immune to life's hardships. But just like anyone else, they too face challenges that are unique to their circumstances. They bear the weight of their family's legacy, the pressure to succeed, and the constant scrutiny from the public eye. Their struggles might be different from ours, but they are struggles nonetheless. We've all heard the saying, money can't buy happiness, and it holds true even in the lives of the rich and famous. They might have all the material possessions one could dream of, but they too seek genuine relationships, purpose, and happiness, just like the rest of us. So, as you can see, the life of rich kids isn't always as perfect as it seems. Rich kids face immense pressure and expectations, both from their families and society. Now let's dive deeper into this phenomenon. Imagine being born into a world of opulence, where your last name alone carries a weight heavier than gold. Every step you take is scrutinized, every decision you make is analyzed, and every success you achieve is expected. This is the reality for many children of affluent families. You see, it's not all about designer clothes, luxury cars, and exotic vacations. There is an unseen side to this gilded life. The expectations set for these children are often sky-high, and the pressure can be intense. Society expects them to maintain their family status, to succeed in their endeavors, and to keep the family name shining brightly on the marquee of success. Consider the children of billionaire Warren Buffett as an example. Despite being born into immense wealth, they were expected to carve their own paths, to build their own successes without depending on their father's fortune. This expectation, while admirable, comes with a tremendous amount of pressure. In many cases, these children are expected to follow in their parents' footsteps, to take over the family business, to continue the legacy that was started generations ago. But what if their passion lies elsewhere? What if they want to pursue a career in arts or social work, or any other field that may not necessarily align with their family's traditional business interests? This constant pressure to conform, to meet expectations, can lead to an immense amount of stress. It can feel like they're constantly walking a tightrope, trying to balance the weight of their family's expectations on one side and their own dreams and aspirations on the other. Behind the glitz and glamour, there lies a complex web of expectations and pressure, a reality that is often unseen and unspoken. It's important to remember that everyone, regardless of their wealth, carries their own set of challenges and struggles. The pressure to live up to these expectations can often be overwhelming, leading to a life that's far from carefree. Because at the end of the day, rich kids are still just kids, trying to navigate their way through this complex thing called life. Not all rich kids are interested in money and power. Some choose passion over wealth. Let's delve into that sentiment, shall we? It's a common misconception that children born into wealth are destined to follow in their parents' footsteps, to take over the family business, to continue the legacy. But just as in any other social stratum, the hearts of the rich are not immune to the call of passion, the allure of dreams that may not be paved in gold. Consider Alexa Dell, the daughter of billionaire Michael Dell. Born with a silver spoon, she could have easily stepped into a privileged position at her father's company. But instead, she chose a different path. Alexa pursued a career in design, a field that ignited her passion. She didn't just choose this path, she embraced it wholeheartedly. It wasn't about the money, the power, or the prestige. It was about her love for design, her desire to create, to bring her ideas into reality. And Alexa isn't alone. Across the globe, there are countless rich kids who are breaking away from the expected, the predictable. They are choosing to follow their passions, their dreams, regardless of the wealth that awaits them in the family business. They are artists, musicians, environmentalists, designers, writers, teachers, and so much more. They are proving that wealth is not a determinant of passion, and passion should not be stifled by wealth. These individuals are not just pursuing their interests, they are also making a statement that wealth and power are not the sole measures of success. That success can also be measured by the joy you derive from doing what you love, by the impact you make by following your passion, by the fulfillment that comes from living a life true to oneself. These stories show us that being born into wealth doesn't mean you're bound to a certain path. So whether you're born into a family of millionaires or a family just making ends meet, remember, it's your passion that determines your path, not your bank balance. So, what can we learn from the lives of rich kids? As we've navigated through the unseen realities, the pressures, and the passions of rich kids, we've unearthed some intriguing insights. We've seen how wealth can breed its own unique set of challenges, from intense expectations to the struggle of finding genuine relationships. It's a stark reminder that money doesn't automatically equate to happiness. We've also seen these young individuals, born into a world of privilege, choosing to chase their passions rather than simply resting on their laurels. It's a testament to the human spirit, to the desire we all have to make our own mark on the world and find personal fulfillment.